Hello, Paul. You just sent me some photos of your Solexes, and I'm stunned that you are able to make those things work from what you've shown me in the photos and described to me. First of all, when you finish, when the carburetors have been fueled properly and are in normal use and service, if you were to take your float bowl cover off, the fuel should be up to this level right here. This should be level with this parting, this septum right here. This is where the fuel should be sitting under normal circumstances. And then down at the bottom of yours, get this where you can see down there. See, you got a little brass check valve. You see that down there? On yours, it looked like you've got a hole right there. That brass check valve is designed to keep the to allow fuel to sit in the bowl, but not to dribble out to the accelerator pump circuit all the time. It acts as a check valve to allow the proper amount of fuel to go into the accelerator pump circuit. So you see that float bowl right there, that little check valve down there? Well, it's up underneath here and activates the accelerator pump circuit, accelerator pump activity. So I don't understand how your carburetors are functioning since you don't have that. It looks like that isn't in there. It looks like just a hole. And you all the material that was down in here, it looks like brown dirt. That's rust. That's what the rust looks like. It's coming off the inside of your fuel tank, and that's going to continue to goof up your idle jets because they have this incredibly tiny orifice. I think we've discussed that in the past, and those rust particles will clog up your idle jets. So I'm not quite sure how your carburetors are functioning as well as they do, but or as well as report. But the lack of fuel in the float bowls indicates you're not getting fuel pumped into the carburetors. And that could be because you're losing prime at the fuel filter and fuel selector valve that is located. You pull rods underneath the dash and you pull it and push it, pull it out for reserve for fuel and push it in for normal fuel supply. And inside of that fuel filter assembly is a cork that is dried up, and what's happening is you're losing prime and not getting full fuel supply to your carburetors, or it could be your fuel pump is not very good and not doing its job properly. And then you asked about the differential in fuel coming out of the two pipes. If everything's working properly, you should have the same amount of fuel and pressure coming out of both pipes, both fuel outlets. So you got some fuel issues going on, and I would start at your gas tank by removing the fuel sending unit and looking inside with a flashlight to see how rusty it is inside. I'd also would suggest you put an extra fuel filter, extra inline fuel filter. In fact, we got one on Richard's car over here, don't we? Yes. We do. So what we did is we put an extra inline filter. Here's your fuel filter and selector valve, which does a miserable job of filtering, and then here's an extra inline filter that we put a commercially available unit to help filter out the fine particles, just in case. All right, let me know if this helps.